Hello, my name is Scott for SB Gaming, and we are here in Cities Skylines indeed. Yes, at the end of the last episode, we had purchased this area. It came down to purchasing this one or this one, and it was a hard decision because I could do so much with this and this area. And mainly it came down to a situation where I was looking to see, can I get another area unlocked by getting to Busy Town, 4,000 people? And unfortunately, no. So it came down to which one I really wanted to get, because I'm going to have to get to this milestone and then get to another milestone in order to lock or unlock the next area. And I really wanted to decide, okay, am I going to really expand this way, which now this unlocks, or do I expand this way, which I have my residential over here. I'd have to, well, I have my residential over here, and yeah, I'd have to plan out over here. But it's much easier to just expand this as residential itself. Anyway, so yes, we have power problems. So what we have right now is we do have access to the coal power plant. We don't have that access to that yet. We do have advanced wind turbines, and those can produce up to 20 megawatts. And so what I'm going to do is, where's the wind? There is a lot of good wind over there. There's some decent wind over here. And actually what I might do is I might move my... Where are they? Oh, no. I already have my windmills on Drum Island. I was thinking about building this up as a residential island. The real world Drum Island is actually just a place where they dump silt and other dredged materials. Like wherever the harbor is, they have a harbor somewhere. And they dredge out dredge out the harbor, because a lot of water flows up into this area and silts up the harbor. So in order to keep that clean, they've developed this island as just a place where they can dump that silt, let it dry out, and they apparently build it up. But this island has no use other than to just dump stuff they've dredged up from the bottom of the river. Anyway, with that said, so I am going to probably keep this as maybe a utilities island. Drum Island makes a lot of sense. So, okay. Yeah, I'm not really going to have a downtown along here. Maybe a small residential neighborhood, or whatever. Maybe I might utilize over there eventually when I get there. But this is probably going to be my downtown. And if I ever expand over here, this will be my high density. May have some high density over here, but this is going to be low density for the most part. There may also be some stuff here. What I am going to do is find a good place for my advanced wind turbines, because I am going to want to have one. Advanced wind turbine, and 19 megawatts, 20 megawatts. That'll be perfect. That'll get me up to... Is it going 76 megawatts? Exactly. Alright, so what is our budget? Water is still at 80%. Power's been brought up to 100%. And it looks like I am going to have to upgrade our water and sewage, so that's good. It's a good thing that I look to see. So now we'll bring that up to 100. And that means that our water pumping and sewage capacity is up to 100%. 120,000 meters cubic 120,000 cubic meters, which is good. We still have another 44,000 cubic meter capacity. So we don't have to put in any more of that. But we are going to unfortunately need to put in death care. Indeed. We have medical clinic, but we are going to obviously want a cemetery. I don't know why we necessarily need a cemetery, but the people apparently like it. So what we could do is, it's a relatively actually central location, and this bridge will help service the area. And it could be a local neighborhood cemetery. People apparently like living near cemeteries. So we are going to put it here. The only question is, do we want to have the access onto that road or that road? It does not really matter. And looking at, no, it doesn't. So what we are going to do is put the cemetery there. We didn't have to bulldoze any buildings, which is perfect. And that's why you leave those spaces, so that you've placed the put stuff that you aren't bulldozing anything. Anyway. So we have this big pile of, what is it, ore? Resource. Yes, indeed, it is ore. So what we are going to do is we are going to want to extend this highway, not highway, this over to here somewhere. And like that. Yeah, that should be good. And I'm going to want to let's go there for now. That should be good. We can just see where this comes to, not that we are necessarily going to. Alright. That's not that bad. This we'll be able to utilize this ore industry. But unfortunately, it is going to send heavy trucks through our... So we are probably not going to look at that just yet. We would want to get access to this so we can build a connection on here. Although, if we did buy this space here, we could have... No, we wouldn't have. We would have needed both of them just to build a proper exchange, or not. Alright. No, I don't want any zoning here. Let's just get rid of that. Not you. Let's just bulldoze you guys, because I don't want zoning to return. And let's look at resources. Yes, I want to have zoning here. And so we are. And I'll probably expand my... Not that. So how do I want to do this? Oh. Like that and like that, but I'm not going to keep that there. I am going to connect it onto here. We'll remove that. And I wanted it so I can get the maximum amount of coverage. Alright, so in here is very good. Industrial. And let's go here for now. Alright, so if we go like this, is this going to ruin our zoning? No, it's not. Oh, I didn't want to build that. I'll be deleting afterwards anyway. So we are going to want to maximize the amount of zoning. Yeah, that looks good. Although that's why I don't really like, you know, curvy and twisty roads. Alright, so let's take a look at the resources. So this will be fairly good. This will be good as well. This not so much, but you know, what can you do about it? We'll build that and that. And I really wish you could do something more with this here. And one thing we can do, a nice little trick with the pedestrian paths. It's under decorations. We are just going to let's build this like that just for now, and that will allow this to zone in properly. We can not delete that. No, we didn't really want to delete that because yes, it breaks that again. So we are going to want to keep this for now. Let's just do this for now. Alright, that's what I want. Okay. And yes, I am very OCD when it comes to my my city. And even though this is not that good fertile land, this is a good place for services if needed. Let's put in a pedestrian path. Something like right there. And yes, we do have this available to us, bus depot. And so what this will do is it will allow, you know, people to walk there if necessary. Although, actually, I have an idea. People in this game do generally like to walk quite a bit. And so I am going to future-proof this, presuming future-proofing is possible. And yeah, like that. So what I can do is I can build put a bus stop here when I get access to them, and you know, they can stop here and take this pedestrian path up, and that'll be good for them. I can even probably put in pedestrian path up like this, and so they'll be able to walk to work like that. Same thing over here. I can bring it down like this. And basically what we want to do with those is just to allow them easy access, because apparently Sims do like to walk if you give them paths to walk on. So what are we looking at right now? We have a pretty good demand for everything. It's medium demand, but still we are not short on anything, so it's just a matter of growing to the busy city. I think it's busy city. Busy town. Not busy city. We're not yet a city. You can't really be a city with 4,000 people. Anyway, we have an income of $2,500. Let's ramp this up and just see where the development so far has taken us. Yes, indeed, those are expanding. And we can... Alright. So now what we want to do is outside connections. Those are importing agricultural products, and they are what? Exporting. Amy's Baking Company, ABC. They are exporting products. You can see the trucks. They are importing. Looks like that is exporting oil or products. Alright. Well, they are short of water. Yep, they are outside of the range. So let's extend this just a bit. And let's take a look at... Now that we do have access to highway connections, we can actually plan out how we want our... First of all, we are going to want to have our trucks not traveling through here. They are delivering products to Garments Limited. Is that right there? Yes, indeed, it is. So they are going to want to come through here. What is our district right now? All right. This might be a good time to put in our highway connections. So we are going to go to roads and highway ramp. And what we are going to do is let's use the curvy tool. Alright, so what I did plan is for this to eventually come over this way, page up. Let's go straight for now, and we're just going to page it down until I figure this out. Right here, because I am going to want to have this coming in like this, and then I'm going to want to also have this going out like this, and I want this. Actually, what I may want to do is upgrade this. Can I? Why can't I upgrade this? Oh wow, my tools are messed up. Oh no, I can upgrade this to a one-way. Okay, there we go. Alright. Alright, so what I actually want to do is I want to widen this. Oh, I can't. Maybe it's because it is. Yes, that could be it. Oh. Space already occupied. No. Alright, let's see if we can rebuild this. Connect that in like that. And then we are going to want to... Oh, no. That was not what I wanted to do. we are going to use this, the 2-lane one-way. And we're going to come like that. And like that. And the reason we're using the 2-lane one-way is that it will give, and it's possible some may take this path. We may first upgrade this to 3-lane. And I can actually probably... And this is where my OCD comes into play. Let's upgrade. Well, I can't. Can I not? Ooh. I want to just make that. Yes, like that. So what should happen at this point is when people come into this intersection, they'll come into this left lane to take this into the city, and they'll should hopefully take these two to come into here. This will be 2 lanes, so we have basically 3 lanes splitting off, 1 going that way, 2 going this way. From here, 1 goes this way, 1 goes that way. So people coming into this agriculture area should use this right lane, come or merge onto here, and then onto here. People, trucks, when I get this brought around, coming into here, they should use the center lane or the right lane to come into the center lane and be on the left side of this road into here, over to there, while everyone else coming into the center of the city, they should hopefully move into this lane and take that ramp. That is the plan. Whether or not it works, we'll see. This does provide a little bit of slowdown, but because there is no lights and just the way this has been done, there shouldn't really be any problems there. So let's just take a look to see what's going to happen. Oh, so yes, indeed. Look at that. Look at that indeed. The one traffic, yep, that they're taking that. And that that tractor did take indeed this. So that is working just exactly how I wanted it to. Now it's just a matter of connecting this. And because I do have now 2 lanes coming in here, I am going to want to upgrade this. Or not upgrade it. That's really weird. Not sure what's going on here. Like, can I not like, I am on the upgrade tool. That is weird. I'm going to have to take a look at my mods, because there may be something could have got updated and is now conflicting. So yeah, that's something I'm going to have to take a look at. So anyway, what we are going to do is not really going to worry about that, but a straight section. And how do we want to do this? Like right about here, I'm thinking I'm going to want them to come across. Let's do this again. And it's not even snapping. Normally it would find a snap point. Oh, that's why. That's why. Could it be possible that taking off snap to the grid... No, it's not. Apparently the upgrade tool is kind of a... Hey, there's the add remove traffic lights. There we go. Okay, that's really weird. I don't know what's going on there. So let's just add this back in because I want this road here. Because I am going to want to do something with this. So now what we want to do is we want to make sure that the traffic on this side, and I will just extend this one lane. Ideally what we want is all the traffic who's coming in through here, they will be taking this road here, and then anyone who's here, either they want to merge into the left lane in order to get into this industrial section, or they actually want to leave the city, so they'll want to leave it from this side. So that is what we are going to do. We are going to extend it a bit more, but we are going to raise it up and like that, and just connect it onto like that. Is that going to bother me? No, it's not. It should be good. What we are just going to do is remove that. So that will allow agricultural traffic to connect onto here and merge there. And then finally, what we want is a highway off-ramp. Come like that. And then straight tool. No, we'll just and we do want to bring it like that. Hopefully that should be a long enough distance between the two off-ramps. And that is my industrial on-off ramp kind of setup. I will have to figure out what I want to do to get the traffic out here. But what I probably will do, and I might as well do it right now, is a ramp like this. No, not down, not up. Like this, and no, that's not what I wanted to do. I'd really like to minimize. And so I am going to drop it down if possible. No, I just want it to come across, drop it down. And kind of do a that and like that. And now just to also minimize the traffic merging, even though there probably shouldn't be that much, I'm just going to upgrade. And there it is again. I'm just going to upgrade that to a 2-lane one-way. That way, any traffic coming through here should go into the right lane, and they'll merge in here into one stream onto here. I could extend this, but otherwise, any traffic leaving the city should ideally use this lane, so these should be free of any merging issues until they get down to here. But that should be good enough for this episode. I hope you enjoyed this ramp building and how you can do some interesting on-off ramps just when you take a look at and take advantage of the different widths of the various roads. We have 3 lanes here in order to divert traffic in directions we want them to go. Going to a 2-lane, splitting off with a 1-lane highway off-ramp in either directions, going back to a 2-lane to allow good merging, and then finally, splitting off. And I'm making this a 2-lane rather than a 1-lane, just to allow, good traffic flow into this area and to not to let it back up. You can do the other way around where, like if you have, like for instance, we have, 2 one-way, or what's the word? We have 2 highway ramps coming into here into 2. We can then extend this to make this to 3 and do a lot of other fun stuff. But that'll be it for this episode. And we did expand the agricultural bit. We made this functional on-off ramp. We found it that there's some really glitchy things happening with the tools. Maybe that's as a result of some of the Paradox or Colossal Order updates. But it could just be conflicts with the mods. I'm going to have to check that out. But at this moment, I'm not going to do that. And I'll leave it for another time. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. And, of course, have a good day. Bye-bye.